My abs are rock solid, they're not soft.
Put your hands together for our two-time Global CrossFit Games champion, Justin Medeiros!
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
My grandpa has this truck for his work truck at the house, and he always teased me growing up that this was gonna be my first car. When I got older, I was like, Grandpa, like, let me drive it, like, I'm ready. And he never let me drive it. It's like his baby. I enjoy it. Every time I'm home, I drive it. My truck's here. I just like driving this more. I grew up like 20 minutes away from Lodi, but there's nothing there, so we come into town for everything, but.
It sort of reminds me of home a little bit because I'm from like a country town as well. Same sort of vibe. There's also 2 roads named after me here. One of them is Turner Road and one of them is Ham Road.
And they intersect.
And they intersect.
Yeah, it's honestly just started to get really big. In the past like 10 years, we put in a super Walmart, a Costco. It's getting there, it's moving up in the world. We got a lot of people coming out today. Hopefully they all get there, but invited pretty much everybody that's been a part of the fitness journey and met along the way, so it should be pretty fun. It's always a big gathering at the Medeiros residence. So I'm going to my sister's house that has a very poor home gym, but has a home gym. Get a little bit of fitness in there and then head back out to the house. It's kind of like a stripper doll. It's on a pole. This used to be at my house a long time ago.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I did a zone 2 run one day. I did one piece of her accessory work. I think that's it. I get some more time off. Relax. Fitness if I want to. I can't run. I purposely didn't wear running shoes or anything so I couldn't work out. He's doing like a little bit of running for like a little warm-up workout and then build up to like a heavy strict pull-up. CrossFit Games 2023. Yeah, it's from the 2018 regional. This has like all the regional numbers on it, lane 9 or whatever. So if you're at regionals 2018 in California and you ran on lane 9, this was your air runner. I competed at regionals in 2018 and 17, top 20. Getting my pump on.
Tortoise method.
Hey, tortoise method?
Like the Ninja Turtles. It is a 20-minute EMOM of 4 strict pull-ups and then run the remainder of the minute like a moderate effort. It's gonna get real bad actually. Strict pull-ups are hard.
Frick, man. It's a bad idea. Look at that shadow, though. Huge. She's got strict handstand push-ups, but I'm out. Got a party today, so I got the upper body pump, you know. Got the abs popping. I'm ready. Pretty good. Tastes like almond butter. Even though it's green.
I was not
It's not what I was
expecting.
expecting. My mind did not process that. But it looks healthy.
It looks like you got like spinach and kale.
There is spinach in it.
Wow.
Trying to be strong like Popeye.
I don't think you've had vegetables since you've been here.
I don't think I've had vegetables since you've been in America. We are at my mom and dad's house where I grew up. Freaking pretty much just look just like this. It's a pretty awesome place. We got a pool. I had all my dirt bikes. I used to have a dirt bike track out in the field. I ended up selling my dirt bikes so I didn't hurt myself, so my dad knocked that all down. Ping pong table, pool, volleyball set up in the back. We'll have freaking a huge grass area. We brought a 200-foot slip and slide that we're gonna set up out there. My front yard's almost big enough to pretty much play a half of a field of a football game. So we used to do that all the time. My house was the house that like everyone would come stay at. And since I lived so far away, everyone would spend the night. So we'd wake up with like 7 or 8 kids here, and my mom would make everybody breakfast, and I'm like, looking back at the time, I'm like, oh yeah, like of course. No, I'm like, dude, to feed 8 kids, like she's probably going broke, you know? Like we literally would cook like 36 eggs, you know? Like just make them all. It was a good time. All the pancakes, and she would like not just like make something easy, she'd make like eggs and pancakes, or she'd make these little like muffin things, or make everyone breakfast burritos. Yeah, my mom's super mom. I remember like every morning, like I took advantage of it so much, especially now that I have to make my own food. It's like so bad. But in the morning, I'd wake up and she'd have either like egg muffin sandwiches ready with a smoothie, or breakfast burrito with a smoothie. Like, I miss it. I miss it big time. That's my mom, okay? You do what your mom says. Make your mom happy, you know? America, baby. That big metal thing had like a 15-foot like poles that went up and into that. And that was all my workout area, but it's all in Boise now. With me and my dad, or mostly my dad, built it. I was kind of the handyman.
Internet. That's how we get internet out here to watch our sons.
Go, come on. You don't need to.
I straightened my arm too much, and this thingy like came and like burnt all down my forearm. It wasn't too bad, but I was like, ow, that hurts. I probably like shooting this more than like a gun. Feels safer, and it's like not noisy.
Perfect. Normally I shoot a lot farther, but now we got lots of cars, so I normally stand by the garage and then shoot into that pile. After the games, my plan was to have like no plan. I wasn't sure after the games. I knew I was flying back to Washington. I was like, well, maybe I'll gather up all my stuff and go to Boise and then come back to California, or I'll just go to California. But I was like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. So I ended up flying back. We drove to California, and I've kind of been here since. But just the past month, been hanging out. I went to Santa Cruz area twice, but other than that, it's just been a whole lot of laying by the pool. I'm trying to get tan. I don't know if you can tell, but the jacked part's not here, but the tan part is, so it's been nice. And then before I was gonna head out here, Adam kind of got the whole gym together. It was awesome just to see all those people. I mean, for one, like a lot of them hop into training. I do class workouts with them, but they kind of saw that process. I mean, I've been at the gym since February, so the last 6 months, 7 months, they were kind of there helping support me. I mean, though that group of people is like second to none, so it was super cool to kind of get together, see everybody. I mean, after the games, I'm not a big party guy, but it's definitely my favorite thing is to get back and see everybody that like was along that process. It was definitely a little bit different this year. In the first 8 or 9 events, that wasn't where I was, so it was definitely like a big mental battle for me. I have so much doubt and like going through my mind, but to have that like team around me to like support me throughout the whole weekend is just, they all believed in me so much, and they just knew the time would come where like I would put that leader jersey back on, and knowing that like I have the best community like with you guys around me, and you guys see me train from the beginning of the open all the way through the games, and just the people that like say hi to me every day. Like I'm in here from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock at night, so the people that like say hi, like put a smile on my face, the people that, few of you guys hop in with me in workouts, and that stuff is just huge throughout the whole year, because you don't win the CrossFit Games there. It's the 6-7 months of work that you put in prior. So, but yeah, just thanks to all you guys. So I gotta do that with the whole CrossFit Fort Vancouver community, and now I get to do that with everybody back in Lodi. So everyone's showing up here. I mean, you can see we're at my house. We got tent setups. We're in the volleyball court right now, so that's about to go down, but it's gonna be super fun. The 2022 CrossFit Games was definitely a lot different experience for me from the 2021. I mean, the goal is just to do it again. To go into this year's games in the first 8 events, I mean, I never dropped out of the top 3, but I wasn't at that top spot. And it wasn't because like a lack of effort or anything about that. It's just throughout the first 8 events, there's people better than me, and that wasn't a feeling that I really liked. So it was obviously selling my soul. I knew I was giving it everything I had. I know I got everything I could out of each workout, but I wasn't where I wanted to be, and that was a tough pill to swallow. But I knew at the end of the weekend, I'd be happy with the result, and yeah, that opportunity came. I think I have to go with 2 of them. I mean, I think the big turning point for me in the weekend was lunging past Ricky. You know, I think the whole weekend, I mean, obviously Ricky, like he's a good dude. He's been nothing but nice to me at the competition, but man, just throughout the whole weekend, I mean, he just had what I wanted. He was wearing that leader's jersey, and I just wanted that thing back. And I think I've been hearing the crowd get around him all weekend. I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was in 2nd place, and then when I lunged past Ricky, to hear like the whole crowd get behind me, I mean, it was insane how loud everybody was. And just to feel that support and kind of just like give me that confidence to kind of drive it home for the rest of the weekend. And since that workout, he hasn't beat me in a single workout throughout the rest of the game. So that was definitely a big turning point. But other than that, I think the yoke event, the second to last event at the CrossFit Games, I mean, crossing the finish line after that event, beating the people I needed to beat, just like, that's that huge adrenaline jump you have. Just cross the finish line, freaking let it all out, and it felt like I won the CrossFit Games in that moment. Even though there was still another workout to go, I know there's a lot of work to be done, and it's still anybody's game, but that moment for sure was like what it felt like for me to seal the deal. The event I finished worst on was the freaking shuttle sprint. That one was, for some reason, so hard. I surprised myself in the lunges, but dude, I think the workout that kind of hurt the worst was the sled event. Man, just doing the clean and jerks with kettlebells and pushing the sled, I mean, it came down to who wanted it more in that event. And crossing the finish line, man, my legs were just, felt like twice the size. It felt like my legs looked like Ellie's. I think easy is a relative term. I think the pegboard, double under, and into the handstand walk is an event that I'm super excited about. A lot of new things. Obviously, it took a lot of like concentration and precision, but you don't cross the finish line in that event with that like burning feeling inside your lungs. So it's kind of fun to go out there and just have to execute and get some fun. I love handstand walking, so it's cool to get that done in the event. I think a lot of the events scared me this year, to be honest, but I think I was really nervous about the Echo Bike handstand push-up workout. It's a different version of handstand push-ups. I think strict handstand push-ups is something that I've struggled with a lot in the past. We obviously put so much work on it, and then to hit a deficit from that position, I think it's really similar to a strict press also, which I struggled with in 2020, but to go out there and have, I think I had a top 5 finish in that event, which felt so good. Obviously, I'd made up a huge point gap on Ricky in that event, and it felt good just to kind of like be pushing the pace in a workout that I feel like I would have struggled with in the past, especially with Echo Bike in it as well. This year, I mean, I definitely, with Roman and Ricky being like at times in front of me on the leaderboard, it wasn't something that I expected. I mean, in my head, I was thought about Pat was going to be that guy that was chasing me, and obviously, I mean, there's 39 other guys that they're all the fittest in the world. You never know who's gonna freaking have that, like that season, that workout that's gonna come from behind. So for me, it was just kind of like different, but still kind of like focusing on me. I mean, Ricky, I mean, obviously there's a lot of emotion there from what's happened in the past, but Roman, I competed with him in 2019, and I mean, I haven't really talked to the guy, I feel like, but he seems super nice and everything like that. But it's gonna be interesting. I think those guys are gonna be around for some time. Yeah, I mean, me and Adam talked a lot about what it would mean to win 2, especially back-to-back, and there's been very, very few people that have done that, and like we've always talked about, like it's not like everybody can win 1, but winning 2 back-to-back, that's a whole different ball game. So definitely being locked in and not letting anything get to my head, but that's honestly really easy with the team I have around me. My family's always there. I got like with Adam and Jesse in my corner, I mean, it's just a good time. And I feel like honestly nothing really changes. Like I said, I get to come back and hang out with all my friends, and to all of them, I'm just Justin that's been in the gym since 2012, and I think that's like the part that I feel like has never changed. And the way the community at CrossFit Fort Vancouver and back here in Lodi treats me, it's just I'm just still at the gym having fun like I've been doing since 2012. So it's definitely a really cool experience, and to stand on the podium, especially like dealing with a lot of adversity. I think a lot of things like I had to really work for this year. I mean, there were so many turning points in each workout where if I didn't do that, I would not have won the CrossFit Games. And I could name 5 or 6 workouts where that happened, and just that willingness to die for points is what like had me standing on top of the podium this year. 1 year at a time, but hey, I'm here to win 3, and hopefully after that we'll focus on the year to come. But we still got road coming up. I mean, the focus this year is to win the CrossFit Games next year, and that's why I'm taking so much more time off. If I wanted to focus on winning Rogue, I probably to start training. But hey, I got a workout in today. You know, that was my first. That was the hardest workout I did back. Lots of strict press and abs, but I was just trying to catch a sick pump. But yeah, I know. Have fun at Rogue. Obviously, I'm gonna show up and compete the hardest I can. But yeah, next year we're shooting for 3.